Hey folks, everything new under the sun. This is a breaking Israel news article, and I love the archaeology here. I love the history. I love the Bible being proved accurate with archaeology. So let's take a look at it. "3,200-year-old hieroglyphics reveal secrets of fabled sea people." So 1 Samuel 13:19 says, "No smith was to be found in all the land of Israel, for the Philistines were afraid that Hebrews would make swords or spears." So that's where it references the Philistines. The hieroglyphic frieze found in the village of Bekoy in Turkey, that's a picture of it there. 3,200-year-old text that lay undeciphered for 140 years has finally been translated, revealing details of the military campaign of the fabled sea people and the downfall of the Hittites. Most importantly, it gives definitive clues about the true identity of Israel's arch-nemesis, the Philistines. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but we're going to have a look at a bit of it, and then I'll put the link in the description below. The remarkable story behind the story began in 78 when villagers in the village of Bekoy discovered scattered pieces of a hieroglyphic inscription. When assembled, was over 95 feet long. At the time, the inscriptions, Luwian hieroglyphics, were indecipherable, but French archaeologists Perrault made detailed copies. But after local residents used stone to build a mosque and Perrault's copies disappeared, it seemed that the fabled inscription was gone forever. But I think God has plans. He had maybe a plan to bring this out to further prove the Bible. Pretty much every day, God's, I think, allowing things to be revealed that confirm the accuracy, the historicity of your Bible, that back up the actual history of the world, despite all the revisionism that's happening by the leftists in the world, by the mainstream media, etc. And they all have a narrative that they want to get out there. Then in 2012, a 6-inch thick manuscript of Perrault's work was discovered. Dr. Eberhard Zanger, the president of Luwian Studies Foundation, teamed with Dr. Fred Woodhuizen, a scholar near Amsterdam, who is one of the only 24 people in the world to decipher Luwian script. We believe the frieze to be the only contemporary account describing the fall of the Hittite Empire. In the Bible, the Hittites are descended from Het, Noah's grandson, who settled in the land of Canaan, named for Het's father. This is one of those things where the people read the Bible and they say, well, there's no archaeology proving, no science proving that the Hittites existed. They might say something like that. But this is one of those things that comes out and says, yeah, you know what? Archaeology, history, what we're seeing scientifically lines up with the Bible. And that's so you can have a lot of faith in your Bible. The Bible is awesome. It's accurate 100%. Canaan begot Zizdan, the firstborn of Heth, Genesis 10:15. That's where it comes from. More important to Bible scholars is the new findings reveal about Israel's biblical arch-nemesis, the Philistines, and that's why the Palestinians are called that now. That is a transliteration. Is that the word? Of the word Philistine. So that's where it comes from, the arch-nemesis of Israel. Throughout the Bible, the Philistines controlled the coastal region down to Gaza. Doesn't that sound like the Palestinians now? And they never completely wiped out the Philistines, and that was part of Israel's sin in the Old Testament. This is confirmed by Dr. Zanger's finding, but with significant additional details. Some historians theorize that the Philistines were not a specific nation, but a conglomeration of marauding states. But Friese's description contradicts this theory, and the Bible contradicts the historians' original theory on it. They weren't reading their Bible, I guess. The inscription describes in detail the rise of a powerful kingdom called Mira, which launched a military campaign led by Prince Muxus from Troy, now in modern Turkey. Mira was a part of a confederation that comprised the Sea People, who led naval expedition into Syria. The Sea People worked their way down the Mediterranean coast, eventually establishing a stronghold in Ascalon. In the Bible, and I'll end with this, the Philistines are described as conquering the coastal regions. Some historians conjecture that the term Philistine refers to a confederation of nations. Dr. Zanger admits that his knowledge of the Bible is too limited to draw conclusions. That's why these people need to be in their Bible, because basically gives them a blueprint of what they're seeing in archaeology. But according to his findings, the Philistines, described in the frieze as Philistia, were clearly an entity unto themselves. It goes on. You can read it. Check out the link in the bottom in the description here. But yeah, this proves your Bible is accurate. This is one more piece of evidence to confirm that the Bible is true. Historically, it's accurate. And if it's accurate historically, then that should give you faith to believe that there is a God. He did inspire it. He did cause men to put it together, to write it. And ultimately, he's coming back again. And his son Jesus died on the cross for my sin and your sin about 2,000 years ago. And he's going to come back again to take the saints with him and to then judge the world, judge who is left on the world. So I'm going to end it there. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you guys in the next video.